2007, July 4th. I was sleeping in my bed and I was having a restless night for some reason. And my dog, Trixie, who's been with me for a long time now, was on my bed at night that night. She was crying, she was pawing me on my bed, waking me up. And I knew I was having a restless night. I knew I was having some chest discomfort. But she never does that. She's always sleeping at the bottom of the bed. She never makes a noise all night long. So I figured, I woke up and I go, wow, this is kind of weird. It says, well, I'm going to take her downstairs and put her outside. So I took her downstairs, I put her outside, and by the time I got back upstairs, I was so out of breath, and I had some very heavy chest pressure going on at that time. So thank you, Trixie. Anyway, I went to the hospital. Next day was shipped to Sacramento. Had a cardiac cath done and a cardiac stent placed in my right coronary artery due to some plaque obstruction. This is what we call coronary artery disease. This is also something that my dad died of, so it's very genetic in our family. Maybe I should give you a little history before that. In my mid-40s, I noticed that I was getting a little heavy, and a little heavy was I was weighing 210 pounds, and I wasn't used to that at all. And I was being lethargic with this 210 pounds. And I noticed that not only lethargic, but I just couldn't get out and do the things I needed to do. So I know I needed to lose weight. So that's when I became a vegetarian. And I figured out, well, I'll stop eating red meat, pig. I still ate a little chicken, a little fish. But mostly I started eating salads every night. And that brought me down to about, I'm going to say 180 pounds. And I was pretty happy with that, but that probably took about 4 to 5 years to get down to that point. After that, I had this little cardiac event where I had some plaque buildup in one of my main arteries in my heart, and had an angiogram and a cardiac stent placed. So at that point, I knew that I had to do something desperate to change my life. I wanted to reverse this cycle of what's going on. Instead of feeding into my disease, I want to take away from that disease. So after my cardiac event, I was put on medications. Heart medications, cholesterol medications were the major ones. And before that, I was on a protonic pump inhibitor for my gastric reflux disease too. All medications have side effects, and I was feeling these side effects and I didn't like them at all. So I really needed to find a different way of doing this other than just taking a pill. So with some research and looking at things, studying vegan diets, I know that I can reverse this disease that I have through diet, through exercise, and not have to take these pills every day and have the side effects. And I feel that seeking pills is not the right way. I think our body has ways of healing itself. It just needs help along the way to heal itself. So I'm doing a lot more exercising. I do have a stationary bike that I ride. I ride that probably 3 to 4 times a week, half hour to an hour. I really like the stationary bike because there's no way I can crash, have cars run into me or anything like that. I can actually sit in front of my TV and watch a football game if I want to and exercise, which is kind of fun. About 8 months ago, I went to Mexico. I'm a diver, and I took a course down there, and I got my dive master certification. While I was down there, the food I felt wasn't that great. There was a lot of packaged, processed food. I was having a hard time eating what they were feeding me down there. And at that point, that's when I decided to go totally vegan. That means cutting out all dairy products, all meats. And if you look at the products that I quit eating, meat, milk, butter, white bread, cheese, eggs, donuts, salami. And now I don't need to eat the Malox anymore either, so I put this over here, not eating. Also, processed food. I don't eat any more processed food. Everything is whole and natural. So, of course, I quit the Cheetos, which used to be one of my mainstays. And over here are the foods that I am now eating. So if you look, I try to buy everything organic. Look how colorful this is. We are what we eat. If you want to be colorful, you need to eat colorful food, I think. So I do get a lot of my protein through beans. Make a big pot of beans a lot. I have rice. Oh yeah, quinoa. Quinoa's a big one. And I put it in this cup here just so you can see there's very different types. I got the white on top, red and black. And each has just a little bit of a different flavor to it. It's a little nutty. I eat a lot of mushrooms. We get a lot of protein from mushrooms. I have coconut milk. For my sweetener, I use honey nowadays. Doesn't this look wonderful? Look at the color in that. Lots of greens, lots of vegetables, lots of fruits. So this is my new diet. It's very colorful, it's very delicious, and I'm really enjoying it. One of my passions in life is scuba diving. And not only my passion, but my family's passion too. Of course, I made them all get certified once I figured out how great this was. And they all love it. So we go on trips every year, a couple times a year sometimes, some exotic place and go diving. When I really started exercising and really watching my diet, I went down to 165 is where I'm at right now. Basically my high school weight. I'm back into my 32-inch waist pants. They're still a little bit tight at times, but still I'll squeeze into them. I'm very proud of that. And you know, it's a lot easier to walk, exercise, and carrying less weight than it was before. My wife will attest, since I've started my vegan diet, the color has come back into my face. I'm a lot more energetic, I feel. My gastric reflux disease has basically gone away. Right now, I'm not taking any medications. I got off all my medications, and through the okay of my doctor feels that it's okay with what I've done. I'm very empowered to do this, to really work at my health, to be as healthy as I can be, to feed my body the nutrients it needs to be healthy, to quit all my bad habits. I do have one goal. I'm gonna have to say move over, Jacques Cousteau. My goal is to be the oldest scuba diver on record. I want to be scuba diving after 100 years old. So these are big lifestyle changes for me, but I'm very happy that I did them. I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm feeling more energetic than I was in my 40s. I can do a lot of things now that I wasn't able to do then because of my health, I believe. And I think I'm going to live to be an old man. This is me, doing my thing.